Sup, Silksong should already be out by the time this video goes up, so I think we all know I'm not putting any effort into this video. So let's just get started. Here's the plot of a bunch of games explained very poorly in however many minutes until fucking, I don't know, this video is long enough, I guess. Well, since I did just mention Silksong, let's start with its prequel, Hollow Knight. You know Steven Universe? Well, instead of being forced to solve a bunch of horrifying problems that you are genuinely unprepared to deal with because of your mom, it's your dad. Nine Souls. A Chinese weed-smoking cat is forced to deal with the horrors that he can unfortunately comprehend well. Tokyo After School Summoners, or Housamo for short. You know the saying, love makes you do stupid things? Well, everyone in this game loves you a whole lot. It's almost kinda sorta October, probably, maybe, I haven't checked the calendar. So let's do Night in the Woods. You'd think the scariest part of this game would be the evil murder cult or the evil god, but actually it's the fact that you're stuck in the middle of bumfuck nowhere in the Midwest of America. Next up, Pseudo Regalia. Okay, be real here. You don't know the plot, I don't know the plot. The only reason either of us have this game is because Bunny Thighs, I think she's a bunny, Bunny Thighs speak to you. The Wolf Among Us. Did you know this one is based on a comic series? It's called Fables. Generally don't know why the game has a different name. The plot of this game is grim as Fables if it was somehow even more depressing. Also, wasn't there supposed to be some sort of Wolf Among Us sequel? I swear that was a thing. And then we have Gory, Cuddly Carnage. It's so cute, but so graphic, and honestly, so good. To explain the plot of this game, you know those toys from like the 80s which are like super dangerous and stuff, like lawn darts? This cute little cat is basically just a very violent repo man, making sure those toys stay out of the hands of defenseless children. And then we have Brock, the investigator. Oh boy, I sure do love living in the slums with my stepson. Surely I won't get involved with some massive government-spanning conspiracy theory in this post-apocalyptic world. Fuck. New fact about Fury. I apparently don't know how to say post-apocalyptic. Did you know that this game actually got DLC very recently? It's called the Brawl Bar. It's honestly very good. Though despite being called the Brawl Bar, you don't really do much brawling in it. For the next one, we're doing Katamari Damacy. Do. Your dad murdered every star with his enormous bulge, so now you must make your Katamari even bigger than his enormous bulge to replace them. Did I mention your dad has an enormous bulge? And now we have everyone's favorite rock album with a free game attached, Guilty Gear. Huh, it looks a little different than I remember. Would you believe me if I said this was a love story? No, for real. It's all about the things we struggle and strive for that make our daily lives worth living. You think they called it Guilty Gear Strive because it was a cool way to put IV in the name of the fourth game in the franchise? Oh yeah, probably that too, but also because it's a love story. I need you to bear with me because the next game is Bear and Breakfast. It's really easy to miss, but this game does actually have a plot. It's about this whole forest fire thing that happened in the past. There's apparently like some gods or some shit. Yeah, it sounds like I'm making that up, but no, it's real. It's just really hard to find. Like, there are definitely people who've played this game a lot and have not realized this, but yeah, this game has a plot. Next up, we're doing Lies of P. How many puppets could a puppet murder if a puppet could murder puppets? And now we're doing its DLC, Lies of P Overture. How many humans could a puppet murder if a puppet could murder humans? The answer to that question is way more than you wish. Next up, we're doing a Statos, mostly because I got the footage for the last video and I might as well just use it again. It's Fate Stay Night, but instead of being set in the middle of a small Japanese town, it's in the middle of a civil war. Oh, and instead of your historical figures turning into women, your inspired historical figures are buff furry men. And call me the tree the way I would. Speaking of games I already have footage for, we'll do Were Cleaner. What's worse, being a werewolf forced to work the night shift or working the night shift? The answer to that question being the security guard that's trying to murder you. The next game is Cuphead. Sure, we'll make a deal with the devil despite the fact that he's the literal devil. What could possibly go wrong? And then it's DLC, The Delicious Last Course. Sure, we'll make a deal with this giant solid shaker man despite the fact that he's clearly a boss you have to fight at some point. What could possibly go wrong? We're doing Kelly Pot. Hi, my name's Abel. This is my older brother Kane. Surely that's not ominous brotherly murder foreshadowing or anything. And then Critter Cove. Not even the apocalypse will stop me from living out my Animal Crossing dreams without having a Switch. You want to know the plot of the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog? Dude, just read the title. It's not very complicated. The real question we should all have about this one is how the hell is this the best Sonic game released in like the past decade? You may be ready for the plot of Sonic, but are you prepared for the plot of The Darkest Dungeon? Basically, everything was fine and cool and dandy until the Ancestor came along. There really should be a limit to how many people one dude can fuck over. And then we've got Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. You know what? I like saying Pipistrello so much that I'm just gonna say it again. Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. What's more evil? Exploiting the city's energy dependency to rake in cash hand over fist and drive people into poverty? Or using my evil capitalist auntie soul to power your batteries? Like, no, seriously, which is more evil? Because both are quite fucked up. And because it's weird if I go a video without talking about them, it's time to say shit about some visual novels. First off, Echo. What's more horrifying? An evil town that drains you of your sanity, driving you to harm your friends and family? Or living in a Midwestern town in the middle of bumfuck nowhere? I am joining the war on Echo on the side of the monsters. Then Tianheihua, Lawrence of Arabia, but instead of being Arabia, it's magic furry China. Light my way. This fox can fit so much trauma in it. Remember the Flowers. When I read that title, I didn't think I'd be living on the run from an evil mega medical corporation and joining a rebellion. Not many flowers in this game, to be honest. And finally, we'll do Chinya. You know, I'm really beginning to think there's something wrong with small towns because this is yet another visual novel all about why living in a small town sucks. And of course it has monsters. And this one's not even set in America, this one's Polish. Are furries trying to tell us something? Well, I think that covers your daily dose of visual novels. Remember to get 8 hours of drugs and don't do sleep, kids. Getting back to more normal games, we have Super Hot. And yeah, I honestly probably should have picked another one. I have played both of these games and loved them to death, and I don't know what these games are about aside from making me doubt my own reality. Well damn, the background song I was using for this video, Say Hi Zenless on Zero, is over, so I guess I'm ending this video here too. Which is a bit of a bummer because I had more jokes and stuff written down, but fuck it. So let's just get to the Patreon shoutouts and wrap this video up. For 3 stars, we have special thanks to Choron, SkyKing64, Edison Wera, Gam Phasor, Chow Venomous, Riley Wumi78, The Good Old Days, and Stasi. For 4 stars, we have McCoydes, Law, and Adoya, The Widows. And finally, for our Super D2 special 5-star shoutouts, we have Hodari Lion, The Weaver's Web. Thank you for watching. Do be sure to like and subscribe. As always, I'm your host Fury, signing out.